actual movement of water. So we compare osmolality, we compare numbers to determine whether or not our IV fluid is going to cause problems. Now we look at the concept of tonicity, which is water actually moving. We drop a cell into a solution and see what happens. So isotonic means that there's the same number of particles in the IV fluid as there is inside a red blood cell. So water does not net move into the cell or out of the cell. And that would be normal saline, which is 0.9%, 9 grams in a liter. Hypotonic means there's fewer particles in the IV fluid than there is in the cell. So is water going to move? Yeah, which way is it going to go? Oh, I forgot. What's that on? Water moves into the cell. What does the cell do? Swells. So those little salt things that one person was measuring, the other person was stirring, you're actually going to put blood drops into salt solution and see what they do. All right, hyper means there's more particles outside the cell than there is inside the cell. So is water going to move? Yeah. Which way is it going to go? Out. What's the cell going to do? Shrink. All right, this explains the phenomenon called water intoxication. So if a person were to chug pure water, we're talking just turns up a gallon, empties it, grabs another gallon, empties it, all of the cells of their body are going to swell. Now the problem are the cells in here. This is hard. Cells have nowhere to go. So then the brain swells, it cuts off the blood supply to the brain, brain dies. So water intoxication, it starts off, the person gets loopy. It looks like they're intoxicated because their brain's no longer working right, and then it goes ahead and dies. So when you go to the psych ward, the locked psych ward in a padded room, those people don't have faucets on their sink because otherwise they would drink themselves to death. But you will see it in the marathoner. You will see it in the person that's run 26.2 miles. They get this message, drink, 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 drink. They get to the finish line, they turn up the water bottles, and they're chugging the water, and an hour or two later, they're dead. And this was an uber athlete because the brain swelled. There was a radio contest some years ago. The prize was to win a pickup. The longer you held your hand on that pickup, whoever was left standing, they won the pickup. The radio personalities thought it'd be cute if they added the bladder factor, so they made the contestants chug water. And the woman died because of water intoxication. Because her brain swelled, and then she passed out, and she went ahead and died. She didn't get the truck. But the family did sue the radio station successfully. So hypertonic is why we do not give an IV solution greater than normal saline, because we'll turn their red blood cells into beef jerky. I'm going to get to see that in lab today. Oh, and that has to do with your all right, and this is the last thing you need to know. This helps you through your lab report. This is how the hypothalamus regulates your thirst. So as water is lost, plasma osmolality goes up. That means there's more particles because you removed water. It makes the osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus, it makes them shrink. Just like beef jerky. When they shrink, they tell the hypothalamus that the particles are too high. This is in your book, by the way. So your hypothalamus does two things. These are not related to each other. It just does two things. One is make you thirsty, which makes you drink, which puts in more water. And the other one is put out a hormone that causes your kidneys to pull more water out of the urine, makes your urine more concentrated. And so it increases the amount of water in your blood, which then restores plasma osmolality, dilutes out the salts. Okay, and that's where we stopped. That was an awful lot, I'm sorry, because we had to go this far to understand the lab today. So take a quick break, and we'll go in there and do it.